kata are about getting off the railway lines. So here I am in front of Sensei. Sensei is going to push me. He's not just going to walk up and push me, he's going to push me and carry on moving forwards. This is a kind of an ongoing push. So you come to push me, you push me right against the wall. And so we've got this kind of thing going on. And so my primary response to that is to get off the railway lines. So Sensei pushes, and I'm just off the railway lines. We can make a game of that, we can make an exercise of that. So Sensei pushes, pushes. There are different ways of using this technique. This kata is primarily a peaceful response kata. That means that when Sensei pushes me, in this moment, I've got a martial arts approach, which is to unbalance him. Or I've got a peaceful response approach, which is not to unbalance him at all. I'm not actually doing anything to him. He comes to push me, and I'm here. I haven't pushed him. I've made minimal or light contact with his arm. I'm just making minimal contact. One hand is always on the forearm. The other hand is always on the upper arm. That way I can assure my safety. If Sensei is pushing against me to do something here, I can just move around. I don't have to get into a power struggle. If he tries to strike me with the other fist, he can't, because he can't reach. If he tries to kick me, he can't, because it's difficult for him to maintain his balance. So this is a good place for me to be. When I do that, I'm not pushing, I'm just covering. Fundamental difference between pushing and covering. The other thing that I would encourage anybody to do, not necessarily within this kata, but in a real situation, you would always use, and this is an important concept, I'm using the process of tactile communication here. I'm not actually pushing, but I am covering. Also, he needs to be able to sense my intent, my emotive state, and so I don't want to show him fear. I don't want to show him anything else other than either an inscrutable facade, if you like, or one of confidence, one that lets him know that this actually isn't distressing me or concerning me in the slightest. And the other thing is, I should be making verbal communication with him as well. I would not do this process, without saying something. Okay? So, whatever. No! Don't you dare. No, stop it. Okay? Words are very important. In karate we don't use words, but we use a similar process. Yeah, same process. So we've got 3 threads going there. We've got the whole thing about the visual component, the physiological communication, the body language, the gestures, the facial expressions. We've got the tactile communication, and the message is quite simple. Stay cool. I haven't got a problem with what you're doing, but you need to stop. And 3, what I say. It's very important to make sure that you are in a good stance. It's no good being in a position of unbalance. This is sometimes what happens slowly, and we get this kind of thing going on. Do it around this way. What I'm showing is this imbalance. Okay, this is a common problem. People being out of balance, and if I'm out of balance, then say, Amy's got to push his arm out, and I'm out of balance. So I'm here. I'm in a position where if Sensei pushes against me, I actually have control of him, not the other way around. So stability, a fundamental part of that game too.